Good evening, everyone. Hello. Hi, Wendy. Hopefully, you can hear me and see me fine. This is a new setup for me, so please let me know if there's anything I missed, but I think we're looking good right now. Hi, Charlene. Hello, hello. I have Nancy B in the background moderating for me, so thank you, Nancy. But yeah, Monday Night Live. And I'm taking it over. Julie and Glenn are still out of town, but they will be home soon. Yeah, I'm taking over Monday Night Live for Julia this week. Hello, everyone. Hello, hello. Awesome. You can see me. You can hear me. So as you can see, we are talking about wax seals. This is, I think, my third time doing wax seals on Monday Night Live. So if you have any questions, please put them in the comments. I will do my best to look at your questions. Nancy will pop them up for me as well. So yes, first one from my new craft room as well. Super excited. So yeah, let's get into it. I have a lot that I want to show you, so we'll get right into it. I did make a post in the inspiration group. Some of you may have seen. Oops, sorry, new camera, getting used to it. I did post. Oh, there we go. I did post this guy along with one other one, which I will show later. I did end up putting it on a card, so I want to show that to you later. But we are going to be recreating one of these. I'm also going to show you how I made these little guys here, and then I will hopefully have time to show you some fun things using clear hot glue. Yes, I did say clear hot glue and wax seals in kind of the same sentences here. So lots to go through, lots to show you. Nancy's going to be popping up some links. Before actually we get into it, I almost forgot. We do have the demo deal running right now. Thank you, Nancy. It is 25% off Spellbinders. That does exclude new arrivals, last chance, all of the machines, including the Better Press system and Glimmer system, the universal plate systems, and the wax seal kit. But there's lots of great items for sale right now, including wax seal products, dies, stamps. So take a look at that. That deal will run until 11:59 p.m. Mountain Time tomorrow night online and 4 p.m. in store tomorrow. Hello, Brenda. Thank you, everyone. Yes, thank you. Thank you. We also have a giveaway for tonight as well. I didn't forget the giveaway. So I do have our giveaway tool running in the background. It is collecting your comments. It just takes one comment to be eligible, but we are going to be giving away a package of my Breeze wax pre-made seals. I do sell these in the store. These are actually some ones that were still up for sale, left over from earlier this year. I took the summer off making wax seals, but I am going to be getting back into it. So if you like purchasing pre-made wax seals, I do plan on having more for sale in the store in a little bit. So definitely keep an eye out for those. But I'm going to be giving away this set today. These are an assorted citrus pack that I made. Here and show you. So one of you lucky people will win a package of pre-made wax seals. Okay, so let's get into it. I'll just set these aside. I am live from my new Scrappy Space Cam. Yes, I'm very excited. Okay, so first off, we are going to start off with how we created this fun little one here. So very recently, Spellbinders came out with some rub-ons. These are the Holiday Magic rub-ons. We are currently sold out of these right now, but we are going to get them back in. The reason why I am using them tonight is because of these fun little guys right here. So I'm going to be using those for this first technique, as well as the new stamp frame wax seal stamps that came in from Spellbinders. Those are new, but they come with these coordinating dies. So these you can get together as a bundle. I believe we do still have this bundle in stock. Oh, Kim, I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you right away here. So first off, I do have a couple of them already prepared, but I will go through and show you how I made them. So these are two little ones I already had prepared. But in order to get those, I'm going to bring in a piece of paper. This is just a piece of 80-pound white cardstock. And I have one of my rub-ons. So again, this is from the Spellbinders Holiday Magic rub-on pack. We are currently sold out of these, but I do hope to get them back in. So if you are interested in them, just click on that notify me button. They are, Laurel. Yes, they are. I love them. I love them so much. Okay, so first I'm going to take my rub-on and put it on the paper. The pack does come with like a little popsicle stick, but I find I get better results with my bone folder. So I'm just going to go ahead and rub that on. And then I just like to slowly peel it back just to make sure that I got contact on everything and that everything is transferred. Sometimes it doesn't quite do it the first time, so already that first bit there didn't go. There we go. Perfect. Okay, so that is done. So now I'm going to take one of my dies. I think I'm going to do the square. Yeah, no, I'm going to do the square one. Actually, no, I changed my mind. I'm going to do the oval. I think it'll, because he's kind of round. So that'll look nice. And then I'm just going to bring in, I'm using my Scout since it's so nice and small. Just going to get this, sorry, tape this down. How do we get through about? So the pack I just showed, Rosie, we are currently sold out of it. I was hoping we'd have a few packs left for Monday Night Live, but we did sell out. We are going to be getting it back. So if you are interested in them, it's called Holiday Magic rub-ons from Spellbinders. You can go to the online store and click on that notify me button. And when we get them back in stock, you will be notified. Okay, so where's my plate? There it is. Be very careful not to knock over my warmer that I already have set up. I was pre-warming my spoons before for the live, so it'd be much faster for my beads to melt when I got to that point. All right, so there we go. We have our little rub on. Oh, sorry, getting used to the camera. Now I'll cut out. So I'm just going to set that aside. And then we are going to start creating our seal. All right, so I'm going to take my spoon and let's see. Bring in our little snowman. I think I'm going to go with red. The dies, are called frame insert dies. I believe as of right now, we only have them available to purchase in the bundle with the wax stamps. But the die set is called frame inserts. I was playing with these earlier, and you do need a decent amount of beads for these stamps because they're on the larger side. So I'm going to go in with 6 of my wax beads. This is a very lovely red Christmas color. I'm trying to remember the exact name. Came out sometime last year. I believe we have it in stock. I, for the life of me, cannot remember the name of it. So I'm just going to wait for my wax to melt. So if you have any questions right now about wax seals, now would be a fantastic time. Good evening, Ellen. Thank you for joining. I love these frames. They're so cute. So I'm going to be using the oval one. Even though I pre-warmed my spoons, this is still taking a little bit, but that's okay. Hello, Joanne. Hello. Actually, while we're waiting, I will show. So this stamp I posted in the inspiration group yesterday. It's not magenta. It's not classic crimson. I know as soon as I see the name. I think so too, Gloria. Um, I don't know how well it would work, Rosie. I've never tried a pancake maker with wax seal stuff. I mean, I don't see why you couldn't. I would probably maybe more so use the maybe even then. Candy apple, yes, Kathy. Candy apple. Oh yeah, there we go. Yes, it's candy apple. Thank you. But yeah, so I made this one yesterday, and in the pack of rub-ons, you get the larger images of the smaller ones. So I did end up making this Christmas card yesterday. So there you go. I actually used a wax seal on something. That's very rare. I don't usually end up putting them on anything. I kind of just make them for the sake of making them because I find it very relaxing and therapeutic, especially, throughout the winter. It's definitely a winter activity for me. Okay, our wax beads are just about done. I'm going to give it a little bit of a stir. The technique for doing this one is very, very similar. I will be using this postage stamp, I think, later in the live with a different technique, but what I'm doing now is the exact same technique as how I made this one. Okay, we're just about there. I love this red. It is so yummy. Thank you, Kim. Thank you so much. I don't know if, oh yeah, you can kind of see it. It's got such a gorgeous shimmer to it. Okay, actually, I think I did see, sorry, I missed a comment from Carolyn. She was asking what this is. So this is just a marble coaster. Yeah, the hexagonal block. It's just a marble coaster, and I find the wax sets quite nicely on it. It's a different temperature. It stays a different temperature than the silicone, so I find it helps keep my wax more uniform, if that makes sense. You'll see in a moment here. So I'm going to go ahead and pour the wax. I'm going to try and do it in somewhat of an oval shape. Go. And then I'm going to go ahead and press and let that set. I know the hedgehog is so cute. He's one of my favorites. He actually, unfortunately, ended up being one of my wax seal fails. So, but this I was actually trying this technique out with the hot glue that I was mentioning earlier. It didn't quite work, only because it's so hard to get your stamp lined up properly because you can't exactly see what you're doing. So this one was a little bit of a fail. I mean, it's okay, but it's not center lined up. So it's one of my fails, but that's okay. Okay, give that just a little bit longer to set. I'm going to clean out my spoon while I'm waiting. To clean out my spoon, I like using these silicone craft spoons from Spellbinders as well. Helps get all that wax out. And then I just go in with a paper towel. Oh, thank you. I know we're our own worst critics. Okay, so this should now be set. So I'm gonna pop this off. Lovely. Now, before I release this from the from my coaster here, we are now going to take our little snowman, sorry, our little snowman, and we're actually just going to use liquid glue to get him in there. I'm just gonna put some glue on the back, and we're just gonna pop him into the frame. And because the frame, or because the sorry, the dies coordinate with the frames, it just fits perfectly, just like that. Okay, nice and stuck on there. And while the glue is setting, I am going to pull in my gold Deco Color marker. And we're just going to go over the frame to really make it pop. Ooh, my marker is really juicy. That's okay. Works in our favor, I think. Thanks for joining, Michelle. Thank you so much. Have a good evening. Oh my gosh, this is looking gorgeous. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Look at him. He's so cute. Where's my light? Oh my gosh, he's so cute. I will post take some pictures of these later, and I'll post them in the inspiration group as well, but oh my gosh, he's so cute. And so easy. And you can use these dies with anything. I mean, pattern paper, you can print out. I don't know, I haven't done this myself, but I know you can print out teeny tiny little photos, and you can make like a little wax seal with, you know, a little photo of you and a friend or family photo. So, um, yeah, very versatile and super easy. You're welcome, Kathy. I know you and I were discussing this, and at the time I hadn't tried it yet. So I'm like, I don't know. So I actually ended up watching I found a video, and I was like, ah, of course, that's how you do it. It's just that easy. Okay, so that is that technique. Again, really easy, really simple. The results are gorgeous. I mean, come on. Okay. So now we are going to talk about, could you actually use one of those micro mini photos? I don't see why not. I don't see why not, Kim. Definitely worth a shot. What were the little dies called? They are called frame inserts. Again, these do come in the bundle with these guys, Nancy. If you I don't know if you've put the link in for this yet, but if you have, if you wouldn't just mind doing it again, that would be great. There it is there. Yeah. Wax seal stamp die bundle frames. So that comes with your both of your frames, this oval one and the postage stamp. And then it comes with the set of dies. So there you go. It does come with a handle. Yes, Kim, it does. All of the Spellbinders stamps come with a handle. The bundle, this bundle, it just comes with one, not two, but that's fine. But every single Spellbinders stamp I've purchased has come with a handle. Okay, so now we're going to move on and talk about the technique for two-tone wax seals. I've done this technique, I think on both times I did Monday Night Live. I've also done a video on it. It's the scrape method. It is a bit tricky if you're just starting out, but I will give you all of my tips and tricks because I have done it many, many times, and I've had many, many fails. And now I'd like to say I'm pretty proficient with this technique. So first things first, one of the biggest things you will want is some sort of mug warmer, candle warmer, what have you, because that is what you will use to keep your palette knives nice and hot. That is probably the biggest thing, is having hot palette knives. So I usually have a couple on the go, and then I also have a third one that I just leave at room temperature, and you will see why in a little bit. And then the other thing that is really important to note is warming your stamp. So you want to have hot palette knives, you want to have a warm stamp, and that will be enough to keep the wax nice and malleable while you're working with it. I also do recommend, if you're starting out, these smaller wax seals, I find, are a great starting point. If you're just learning this technique, it's a smaller surface area and a little bit easier to work with. So we will go ahead and we will make both of these. So we'll start off with the star. So I want to heat up my gold beads first. Now, because this stamp is so small, I don't need very many beads, so I'm going to use 3. 2 is probably enough, but I find with 2 wax beads, it's a little bit harder to pour because a lot of it just likes to kind of stick at the bottom of your spoon. And then while that's heating up, I will go ahead and get my red beads ready. Now, I do have some leftover wax from that first seal that I made, so I'll just go ahead and reuse this. You can heat up your wax, probably about up to 3 times. You can remelt it and it'll be fine. After that, I find it goes a little bit, yes, Kim, I'm just talking about that right now. You can use your wax scraps. So like I said, I'd say you can remelt it up to 3 times. After that, I find the texture goes a little bit wonky. So at that point, I would just toss it. But I am going to be using some scraps, and then I'll probably just add in 1 extra bead just to be safe. I'll see how it melts. I might add 1 more, but here we go. All right, so our gold wax is melting down. Just before I'm ready to pour it, I am going to set my stamp just off camera here onto my mug warmer. I want it warm to the touch. I don't want it hot. So you want your palette knives hot, but your stamp you only want just, warm to the touch. So I'll put it on for a few seconds and just test it. I have been, my mug warmer has been on for a little bit before the live. So it is already nice and warm. And my gold beads are just about ready. I'm going to give it a quick stir. Another thing to note with this technique is the ambient room temperature will make a difference. So if your room is air conditioned or cooler, just keep that in mind to make sure that you definitely are keeping all of your tools nice and warm. It is a little bit toasty in my room right now, so I'm not super worried about that. Okay, my wax is ready. My stamp is warm, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to pour a little bit on. And then I'm going to take one of my hot palette knives and I'm kind of press that wax because it is a 3D stamp, so it is a little bit deeper. And then I'm just going to slowly scrape. And then I like to pull some of that extra wax back over and scrape again. And then scrape off. Now at this point, my palette knife is starting to cool down, so this is why I like having a second one ready. So I can pull my second one off and keep on scraping that wax. Now with this, I will say you want to be patient. You don't want to scrape too fast, nice and slow. And that is just about where I want it. So now that I've gotten most of that wax off, I'm going to come in with my room temperature palette knife and just kind of clean up the edges. Because if you don't, there is going to be some residual wax and you will see it on your second layer. Actually, while I'm doing this, I'm going to go ahead and start warming up my red wax for pouring while I clean this up. I do have a little bit of a gap. I'm not going to worry about that right now just for the sake of time, but normally I would just go in with more hot wax and fill it in. So you can go back and fill in any gaps. If your stamp has cooled down, you can touch it briefly on your mug warmer to get it a little bit warm again, or put a piece of paper towel on your mug warmer and then put your wax stamp on top of that, and that'll help keep the wax you already have in there from melting. Okay, and then I do like just to go in with a piece of tissue or paper towel just to finish cleaning that off. Okay. I am gonna toss in one more bead here. I don't know if I'm quite gonna have enough. These stamps are so small, so sometimes it doesn't look like it's gonna be enough, but then it ends up being way more than enough. But it's better to have too much than not enough. While I'm waiting, I'm just gonna get this a little cleaned up too. Clean up my palette knives. So to clean up my palette knives, I will just kind of stick them back on the mug warmer to get that wax, that wax warmed back up, and then just wipe it off with a paper towel. So you can see some wax on there. If I'm not warming up anything over my candle, I'll hold them over my candle too. Okay, just about there. Yay, Leona, that's so exciting. Thank you so much for joining. Okay, so our wax is ready. I'm gonna go ahead and pour. Yeah, and then stamp. And then we'll leave that to set. So while that's setting, I will go ahead and just clean out my spoons and we'll get ready for the next one. It's all a process. And definitely, you know, when I'm getting all of my wax seal supplies out and I'm getting myself all set up, I'm not doing it just for one wax seal. You best believe I'm going to sit down for at least a couple of hours and see how many I can make and just have fun. That's really, you know, what it is for me, is just having fun. I find it relaxing. I don't do it a lot in the summer, so this is actually kind of the first time I've been doing it since probably January, February. I find it gets really warm. Have you ever had trouble getting the star out? I have not, Gloria. I don't think I've ever really had an issue with them coming out. Maybe if the wax seal is more intricate, but I haven't really had that issue. How do you store them? Are you talking about the wax seal stamps, Kim? I just store them in these containers that I got from the dollar store. So I think I have about 4 of them right now. I have a lot of wax wax seal stamps. Okay, let's clean out this other spoon here. Yeah, the seals. Yeah, so just those. I just get those storage containers from the dollar store. Okay. Now this should be ready. So let's do the reveal. Oh my goodness, there we go. It's so pretty. Yes, a love affair with wax seals. Exactly, Gloria. And there you go. So there's my star. I will show you the snowflake as well, so we'll go ahead and do that. I do have, um, yes, exactly, great fall projects. So for this one, I did actually, no, I only did one opal bead. So these are opal beads. They're quite pretty. And then I mixed it with a couple of white beads. So I still get the white with a little bit of the opal shimmer. And now that I've said that, actually, I'm going to take out the white. I'm going to do two opal and one white, and we'll see how that looks. Thank you, Mari. Thank you so much. I just find the whole process so satisfying. I really do. I love it. I make it look easy-ish. Practice, Carolyn. Practice, 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 and patience. Because the first few times I did it, I was like, what the heck? I was having such a hard time because I've been watching all these videos and everyone makes it look so easy, but I was not getting the results. So I actually found an Instagram account, Strictly Rita. I've talked about her before. She makes the most amazing wax seals, and she has a really great tutorial video on her Instagram of the scrape method. So it was because of her, I figured out that you need to have hot palette knives and you need to warm up your stamp. So thank you, Strictly Rita, for the tips. And now I am sharing them with you because I've had a few people that are like, I really, really love that. I tried it and it made a mess and now I hate it. So I'm here to tell you, you can do it. You just need to practice and you need the right tools. I'll give my wax a mix here. I also encourage you to mix different colors. I really do. I love mixing different colors of wax beads. I'm just mixing white and opal right now, which isn't super exciting. But you can mix colors, create your own colors, create marbled looks. It's a lot of fun because you never know what you're going to get. You were one of the ones having issues down it. Well, hopefully this helps. Hopefully this helps you out because it really is a lot of fun. I really do like doing it. So I encourage you to give it another shot. Okay, my wax is ready. I'm just gonna put my stamp on my hot plate here, get it warm. While I'm doing that, I am gonna plug in my hot glue gun to prepare us for the next technique. Oh, that's a good idea, Kathy. Love that. My wax started smoking. I got a little distracted. So that's a really another great thing to point out is you can get your wax too hot. If you start seeing bubbles, if you start seeing smoke, your wax is too hot. So just take it off of your warmer for a little bit, let it cool down before pouring. Because when your wax is too hot, that's when it tends to stick to your stamp, and that's you're going to have some issues with your seal being stuck in your stamp. So Gloria, I know you mentioned that, we're asking about that earlier. It can happen. Usually, it means your wax is too hot. Okay, so that's cooled down a bit. My stamp is still warm. Just going to do it a little bit longer for good measure. Now I'm paranoid. Yes, the wax can burn. It can definitely burn. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and pour that. Now, because this is a snowflake, it's a little bit more intricate than the star, so I am just going to scrape slowly. I did end up getting an air bubble, so air bubbles will happen. That's when I'll try and come in with extra wax. There we go, that's not too bad. Okay, I'll grab my other hot knife. Just go over again. Okay. And then come in with my room temp palette knife, kind of scrape off those edges. This one actually scraped really nicely with the hot knives. There's barely anything for me to clean up. That's nice. That doesn't always happen. Oh, very cool. Okay, so while that is going, I need to warm up some of my blue wax. So I do have some blue scraps, so I'm just going to warm those up first. And probably just one other bead. Yes, yes, they are. So this is my there. This is my warmer. I did get it off Amazon, and this is a bit of a you don't know until you get it. But on mine, I have a little bit of a gap in between the plate and the casing. So my palette knives, I slide in that gap. So they kind of just rest on there. Is this the same blue as the penguin? Yes, it is. And again, I don't know the name. I'm so bad. None of my stuff is labeled anymore because I've had it for a while. So if anyone, Nancy or anyone else who's watching has the beads up, it is this very dark, nice dark blue color. It's not ink. That's the darkest blue we have, but yeah. Try and get the name for you. Okay, so our blue is almost melted. Almost melted. Give it a little stir. Blue smoke. No, I don't think it's that one. Yeah, no problem, Donna. Maybe Laguna. I'd have to, you know what? I think I'd have to look at a picture of it. That's okay, Nancy. Um, I'll try and find it for you. Oh, maybe it might be royal blue. Might be royal blue. That would make sense. I think Laguna is more of a tealy color. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and pour our wax and stamp. Clean out my wax while that's setting. And then we will be done with the spoons for now. For now. Hello, Tammy. Thanks again, everyone, for joining me tonight. I was really excited about this one. And again, don't forget to comment to be eligible for tonight's giveaway, which is a pack of pre-made wax seals by Moi. So if you want to be eligible to win those, just have to comment just once. Say hello. Thank you, Jennifer. And like I said, I love these techniques. Love them, love them, love them. Okay, so this now should be set. Ooh, very pretty. There you go. So nice little pretty snowflake. Okay. So that is the scrape technique. Again, if you're just starting out, I do recommend the mini stamps for learning. They are quite easy to work with because of the smaller surface area. When I first started doing this technique, Spellbinders hadn't come out with these minis yet. And so I was just doing regular stamps and was difficult, but I did it. So don't give up if you've tried this and it just was a mess. I really encourage you to keep trying. Hopefully some of my tips will help. Ooh, fussy cutting craft a clock embellishments. You know what, Jennifer? I also have fussy cut craft a clock embellishments. I don't know if I ever will again. I think I fussy cut a whole bunch of them out and I don't think I've used them. So but good on you. Yes, the minis are really cute. Okay, so we are going to move on from our candle for now. We will come back to it, so I'm not going to blow it out quite yet, but I am going to be pulling in my hot glue gun. I have it ready with my crystal clear hot glue. That's very important for this technique. It can't just be regular clear hot glue or just regular hot glue, because then it won't actually be very clear. So you want crystal clear hot glue sticks. And I'm gonna show you a couple things. So first up, I'm gonna show you how I made these guys with just scrap pattern paper. That's all you need is pattern paper. I do have these blank stamps. These are from Spellbinders as well. We do have all three of these in stock. So I'm going to pull in scrap piece of pattern paper. And we'll go ahead and do the square again. One thing I will say, when working with hot glue and wax seal stamps, I actually didn't grab myself one, but I like having an ice cube in a bowl on hand. Because the thing with these, especially when you're making more than one, is your stamp will get hot from pressing it into the hot glue. And if you're pressing it into the hot glue while it's hot, once it's set and you're trying to peel it off, it's gonna stick. And you'll get it off, but your stamp is gonna have some sort of like weird texture to it and it doesn't look good. So I tend to, especially if I'm using the same stamp over and over, I'll stick this in an ice cube and then stamp, and then stick in an ice cube and then stamp, just to keep it nice and cool. And then I find it's easier to get your stamp off of your glue once it's set. Okay, so my hot glue is ready. So I'm gonna just come in and do a square-ish shape of hot glue. Okay, and then go in and press. Now you want to actually press quite hard. Not so hard that you're going to go through all the way to the paper, but harder than you would a normal wax seal. Because if you don't press hard enough, you're not going to get far enough into that glue and it might not come out as clear as what you'd want it. So we're going to go ahead and let that set. And then it doesn't take very long. Doesn't take very long to cool. So now would be another good time for questions if you have questions while I'm waiting for that. And actually, I will go ahead and start our next one as well. So I am going to show you how I made this. So this is a combination of hot glue and regular wax with pattern paper. And I'm going to use the new postage. You're in awe. Oh, thanks, Jennifer. Thank you so much. It's so much fun and it's so satisfying. And, you know, some days I'll get caught in a rabbit hole and just be on Instagram or TikTok just watching people make wax seals. Okay, so I'm going to move that off to the side for now, and then we are going to get this one going. So I have more scrap pattern paper. I know we don't have this one in stock, so I apologize, but it is Simple Stories. It's from the Simple Vintage Woodland collection. I think we have some of the single sheets in stock, but this was from the 6x8 paper pad. Where do you buy your crystal clear hot glue sticks? I got mine from Amazon, Carolyn. I know you can also get them at Walmart. Where's they? Crystal clear glue sticks. I do use multi-temp. Also make sure that they're multi-temp, because then that way Doesn't matter what kind of temp your hot glue gun is, it'll melt. I bought some that were high temp, and I didn't have a glue gun at the time. I was actually trying to melt them in my spoon, and it just would not melt. So if you get multi-temp, you shouldn't have that issue. So you can use a glue gun. That's what I'm using. I do find it's a bit easier. You can also melt them over the candle in your spoon, but it does take longer than normal wax to melt. Okay, so we're going to go ahead. I'm going to just choose an image on here that I want to use. Let's see. Let's do this guy down here. So this should be set now because I need my handle. I'll come back to that in a little bit. We're going to take that off. I do have multiple handles, but I just have the one out right now. Okay, so hot glue. Turn this upside down. So I'm going to do this image here. I might have to add more glue, but we'll see. And I am just going to load this up because it is a large stamp. So I want to make sure that I have enough glue. And we are going to be cutting the center out. So I guess it doesn't really matter all that much, but there we go. We're going to let that set. And then I'll come back to this one. So the glue is set on this one. I did use quite a bit of glue, but that's okay. So I'm just going to go in with my scissors. Hello, Richie. Hello, welcome. And I'm just going to cut out around the glue. There you go. Now you have your own embellishment. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. It doesn't really matter because I'm just going directly on the paper. I find this, whether I use this or the silicone mat for this technique, I don't really find that much of a difference. Oh, thank you, Gloria. But yeah, this is a really great way to use up your scraps, your scrap paper, because now you can use that like on the front of a card as an embellishment, use it on the back of an envelope. So there you go. Super easy. Okay, now coming back to this guy, we should be set a little bit longer. Yes, Leona, absolutely. And if you have any questions and I'm at the store, feel free to ask because I love talking about wax seals. I really do. They're just so much fun. Okay, there we go. I'm gonna peel nice and slow. Yeah, there we go. So I know this doesn't look like much right now. For the glue, really kind of just based off of feel, like the glue still felt a little bit soft to me, so that's why I let it go. But for regular wax, it doesn't take very much time to set, 30 seconds, maybe a minute. Yes, I keep the stamp cool before putting it in the hot glue. I forgot to get myself an ice cube before I started, so I didn't do it right now, but normally I would have an ice cube handy and I can just stick the stamp on the ice cube, keep it cool. It will have little water droplets on it. It doesn't, you can wipe it off if you want. It doesn't really matter. But yeah, you could probably tell when I was pulling that off that it was a little bit sticky. So that's where keeping it cool with the ice cube would help. Okay, So now I'm going to come in with my scissors and we're actually going to cut out the center part here. Okay, set my paper to the side. Just going to try and clean up some of these edges just a little bit. Okay. So we have that part. No, no, there's a little bit left to trim, sorry. There we go. Okay, so we have our center part. Now I'm going to come back to my candle. So I'm going to pull in my spoon and I am going to add in some of these gorgeous pink beads. These are from, oops, these ones here come in a pack. I believe it's the pink mix. Well, I know it's the pink mix. I just can't remember if it's exactly called the pink mix. But you get like this really gorgeous rose gold and a couple different shades of pink in the pack. So I really, really like that. And I'm actually going to mix, I am going to do a mix here. So I do need 6 beads for this stamp. And so I'm going to do 2 light pink, 2 dark pink, actually 3 light pink. And I'm going to add in one of those little rose gold colors there. Get that on my candle. Must have mix pink. Thank you. Yay, Donna. Yay. It is so much fun. All right. So once we're done this wax seal, that's going to be it. We're just almost at an hour here. So that's perfect. And then don't forget, if you're watching and you have not made a comment yet and would like to be eligible for tonight's giveaway, I recommend commenting, and then you will be your name will be in the hat for winning this package of pre-made wax seals by me. Is there a clear wax? Not that I've seen. I'm trying to think. I know Strictly Rita has shown, I think, like a transparent wax, but it to me doesn't look super clear like the glue. Is Rita on Facebook? I believe she is, Gloria. I want to say yes. If you search Strictly Rita on Facebook, you know what? I have my phone right next to me. I'm just gonna check. I'm waiting for the wax to melt anyway. Strictly Rita. Maybe not. She has some fake pages on Facebook. It looks like there might be some Rita impersonators on Facebook. But maybe she does not have a Facebook page. I thought she did, but oh, did you find it, Nancy? Oh, thank you so much, Donna. Thank you. I know, I just saw a bunch of them pop up, but they didn't look like they had very many followers, so those looked like fake pages to me, but okay, we're just about ready here. Ooh, that's a lovely pink mix. Love that. Oh, she's on YouTube. Yes. Okay. No, that's where I've seen her. Thank you. Yes, that's right. She is on YouTube. She also has a very nice, soothing voice, so she's really lovely to listen to. Okay, I'm gonna bring in my coaster. Strictly Rita, no space. Thank you, Kim. Yay, Jennifer. Yay. Okay, I think my wax is ready. So I am going to put this little piece that I've already made. I'm going to stick it in the center of my stamp, and it should fit in there quite nicely because we did stamp this this image with this stamp, so it should fit in there nicely. Because we stamped with hot glue, it does have a little bit of tackiness. Oops, sorry. I say that, and now just watch, it's not gonna stay in for me. Just have to press it a little bit. It does have a little bit of tackiness though, so it should, in theory, of course, this is gonna be the thing. Okay, so normally, under normal circumstances, this would just stick in there. It did that for me earlier, but probably because it's quite warm in here now, it might not. I don't know. Let's keep trying that because that should. I swear this is how I did it earlier. I swear. I knew this live was going too smoothly. Okay, I think we're good. Okay, sorry. Warm that wax back up a little bit. Yes, it's so pretty. I'm not big into pink, but this is really pretty. And it matches the paper, so we're doing it. Okay. So I have that stuck in there. I'm going to go ahead and pour my wax. And then we're going to very carefully turn that over and stamp. And let that sit. It is always the way, Jennifer. It really is. But you know what? Everything else has gone so well. So if that's my only hiccup during this live, I'll take it. I will take it. Start turning off some of my heat makers. It's so warm in here now. I don't need all of this on anymore because we are wrapping it up. Thank you so much, Ronnie. Thank you. I was very, very excited for this one. So I really appreciate you all joining me tonight and for all of your lovely comments and great questions. And no, a few more moments, but this is the result we're going for. This is what we're going for. Thank you, Gloria. Thank you. Yes, exactly, Kim. Oh, yay, Kathy. That's so good. I'm glad. Thank you for sealing along. Okay, I think we are good. Yes, we are. Now, before I go ahead and release this, I am going to come back in with my gold marker. And I'm going to go over the postage frame. Okay, and then, yes, love that look of a mini photo. It's so pretty. And then for this guy, I also went over, so there's the postage edge frame part, and then there is the secondary frame just on the inside. So I did go over that with my copper deco color marker. just to kind of bring it out a little bit, but it's also it stays quite subtle. And it does match, it matches the kind of matches that rose gold that is mixed in to the wax there. Let's go over that. And there we go. How do you attach to your cards? So for this one, I did use liquid glue to stick it to the twine, but then I did also, because the twine provides some dimension, I did add in a couple foam adhesive squares for stability. So that's an option. There is also the Spellbinders wax seal adhesive. Should I have some here? I do. So they're basically just double-sided adhesive circles. Do they go through the mail? Okay. You know, Donna, I haven't sent one through the mail myself. I have heard mixed things from other creators. There's some that just won't do it because there's just no guarantee that they're going to make it through. I have included wax seals inside my cards as like a little gift. I've done that. But as far as going through the mail, it's kind of, you know, one of those things where you have to decide if you're going to take the risk and if you're going to trust your adhesive. Oh, Ellen, you send them all the time. Well, there you go. So Ellen is one of the ones that has had great success. Like I said, I have heard mixed things, have not tried it myself. Okay, but there we go. Our final technique. So thank you so much for joining me this evening. Before I let you go, we are going to do our giveaway. So let me pull it up. I'll just have to share my screen. So remember, just as a reminder, this is for a pre-made or a pack of pre-made wax seals. Okay, so let's see. Share my screen. Giveaway tool. Oh, Charlene, I'm sorry, Charlene. I am gonna draw again. You are one of our teachers. But if you want a baggie of wax seals, I will give you a little baggie. Bonnie Nesbitt, you have won a pre-made package of Breeze wax seals. Thank you so, so much. There we go. So congrats, Bonnie. I will bring those to the store and put your name on it. And thank you so much for joining, everyone. Thank you so, so much. And this will be available to watch on our YouTube channel, so you can come back and watch at any time. But yeah, thank you so much, and we will see you next time. Bye, everyone.